All right. Good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good evening. We are live right now. And this is not our normal live time. So you guys know some real stuff is about to happen here in the market. I also am wanting to apologize, guys, for not being on the live this morning or last night. Had some health issues I needed to take care of. Really bad health issues, so I needed to take care of that, and the live was not on my mind. I thought I posted on our app beastlimitless.com that I wasn't going to be live, but it looks like it didn't post. So sorry about that. I'm making it up for today on a YouTube live. All right. Furthermore, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everybody made a lot of money off our trade calls that I have been able to post before I had to deal with my health issues. But guys, I want to kind of show you something, okay? First thing is, here is the schedule. So I want to show you these live thumbnails. I want to show you our YouTube lives, right? Last live we did was one day ago at 84K. Now we are at 84K. Okay. If you guys go back and look, we've been kind of riding the downtrend on the YouTube lives for the last month, right? Of course, we had 90K here, target hit, 87K, whatever. But you can see all I've been doing is posting the thumbnails on the downtrend. So what that means is the trend is your friend. I can't get over that enough. I can't say it enough. The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. A lot of people are trying to long this, guys, and I'm going to be honest with you. You're wasting your time if you long the market. What you got to do right now is you got to wait for the top. So let's say if you're not in a short right now, you're thinking Bitcoin's going to break out. It's very simple. You wait for the top, and then you short. It comes all the way back down here. You don't long. You wait for the top. It comes all the way back down here and then fakes out. You wait for the top, and you're consistently going to be getting the top over and over again. Now, guys, I got a really big announcement at the end of the live. So make sure you stay at the end of the live. Actually, I got 3 announcements. Okay, so make sure you guys are staying till the end of the live. What is up, Mini Moo, Glasshopper, Kevin, Auric, how you doing? White, Joey, greetings from the Philippines. Moon is full. Yeah, we haven't even dropped, guys. We haven't even dropped. So the first thing I want everybody to do is share that like button or hit that like button. Okay, and please post on your X account if people trade crypto, because tonight is going to be a long live. And I'm going to show you guys everything that we're looking at. Silver. Institutions have been lining up shorts, and this is why I didn't want to trade silver. Gold, the dollar, everything is completely capitulating. Everything. Look at Tether DOM, right? It is crazy. Bitcoin's dropping, Tether DOM's dropping, gold is dropping, and silver is dropping. Everything is dropping. So, Slack, I'm doing okay. Yeah, thank you. If I'm ever not on a live, guys, and I don't put an announcement, something's probably wrong, okay? I take very big pride in this. I know you guys take the time out of your day to check your schedules and get on these lives, but I got 3 announcements after. Let's get into this, okay? This could be a 3-hour live. I'm not sure. So I am in a Bitcoin short at the moment. It is the weekend. Everything is just ranging, and more ranging, okay? 4 hours going up as of right now. Your daily is going down. Your 18-hour is going sideways. Your 3-day is going down. And your weekly is going down. So right now, any momentum that you guys see in the market, I'm not going to say it's fake momentum, but all we're doing is going sideways. There's not enough momentum in the market to pump the price, and there's not even enough momentum to dump the price. Now, remember at the beginning of January, we were pumping and stuff, and I said, guys, I don't like this monthly. This monthly is a danger zone for me, but we're going to watch it. Maybe it'll happen in a couple of months. Well, the monthly is starting to play out. We did have hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. That is now invalidated, okay? So the hidden bullish dive is now invalidated on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has now broken the monthly trend now and the weekly trend. Now I'm going to do the weekly and the monthly first, and then we're going to get looking at lower time frames. So I'm going to give you guys a couple scenarios here because now we are just bearish. There isn't really no bullish scenario unless we did fake out and anything could happen, right? So the first thing is, of this long-term trend of 2021, actually, let me look at Bitstamp here. What is the stop loss for hype? I already got out of hype last night. We called the trade around 32. I got out of hype around 28. But I will show you guys hype again because I did call another trade on hype if it broke the trend line. Hype dumped a lot last night, and then after that, I didn't mess with it. I didn't long it though, right? So where is this from? This is like, I don't know when I drew this. This must have been 4 years ago. That's crazy. If I drew this a lot, no, this wasn't 4 years ago. So it's like a year. If I drew this all the way back here, I don't remember drawing this. Anyways, so if we look at Bitcoin on the macro here, guys, because I kind of want to show you guys where Bitcoin is aiming at. We're going to look in the shorter term here. We could see the monthly, if you look at Bitstamp here, had bearish divergence. So pretty much we can see here that the high here from 58 was to the high here around 104. 126, not 104. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my weekly right here on Bitcoin, and I can see we're in a double bottom. But what you can also see here is we back tested the weekly. Remember when we were looking at possibly the market continuing the uptrend? Well, now you just back tested the weekly trend. And for anybody that wants to give us a bullish scenario, if we are going to be even relatively close to bullish, we need to come back inside of that channel. And then that would be probably one of the greatest bear traps of all time if that did happen, right? So we're going to simply draw our fib now that we broke the uptrend. Remember, macro trends, the fib really does play out. If you're on a smaller trend, yeah, the fib plays out. But macro trends, the Fibonacci retracement plays out. Very, very big. Smaller trends, there's a lot of fake outs, but we still play out. I'm talking monthly. I'm talking daily. I'm talking yearly, right? So right now we can kind of see that we are in no man's land on the fib, which means that Bitcoin hit the top here and Bitcoin has kind of been ranging in this area. But if you're looking at the Fibonacci retracement, we're in no man's land. There isn't really a retrace area for us to bounce off the fib. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this all the way down to the first area. Okay. And the first area is 57K. Now, before people start saying, oh, you're spewing bearish BS, let me back up my thesis. Okay. In the macro, I'm talking maybe a week, 2 weeks, but of course we got to break 81K. 81K isn't broken. This is a double bottom with bullish divergence. It's probably going to be invalidated. We'll have to see. This would be the macro retrace. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you guys the macro, the shorter term, and then the really, really short term, okay? So we've got a macro retrace right here. Bang, all the way to 57K. It doesn't make sense, so how could we get to 57K? Well, now I'm going to show you guys my liquidity gaps, okay? And I'm going to show you guys the shorter term, but I need to show you guys the longer term first. Now, what we did, we kind of added an Ichimoku cloud here, I'll call it, on our liquidity gaps here. It's not an Ichimoku cloud, but we'll call it that. And we know we're short. We know we're short in the daily. We know we're short on the 3-day. We know we're short pretty much on every time frame here, okay? But if we go to the daily on our liquidity gaps, now that we know that, well, if you go to the daily or the 3-day or the macro time frames here, even the weekly time frame on Bitcoin, okay, the weekly broke. So the weekly is what is most likely going to play out. If the weekly didn't break, we wouldn't be looking at the weekly, okay? So you've got about 74K as major support, which is going to be the shorter term. And we'll get over the shorter term time frame in a moment. All right, so we've got the shorter term time frame around 74K. Now, what you can see in this order block or in this fair value gap or in this price liquidity gap, whatever you guys want to call it, you can see that there's more buys than sells, okay, right here. So, just Josh and yeah, how you doing? Yes, I've been really, really sick the last couple of days. If you guys haven't seen a live from me for the last 2 sessions, I thought I posted I wasn't going to be live. I didn't. It didn't update on my app, unfortunately. But yes, I was sick and not with a cold either. All right. So anyways, that's what we're kind of looking at. Now, what you guys could see right here is 74K. There is a blue and there's a red right here. Okay, a blue and a red. And essentially what that means is there's more buys than sells. Okay, so there's more buys over here. Okay, which is why we keep on bouncing off this region. If we break 74K, which we most likely will, but 74 to 78 is going to be the bottom in the shorter term. This is a longer term update for you guys to prepare your trades, prepare your shorts, all of that stuff. Then we go all the way down to 57 on the fib. Now here you can see 60, and ultimately down here you can see 48. But in this order block, there is more sells than buys. More sells than buys. Up here, more buys than sells. And this is the longer term. Now, if you line that up with your Fibonacci retracement 618, I'm telling you guys something right now. A lot of people are not looking at the shorter term, the longer term, and the shortest term. They're just looking at what could happen in a quick area. But my bottom would be the 382. Okay, I'm not going any lower than that because 56 to 57, and I could back that up with the liquidity gaps. In the shorter term, though, we are going to have a bounce. We are not just going to dump to 57K tomorrow. It won't happen. Okay, so we got to look at the shorter term. Now I've got my alerts down here. Actually, put my horizontal line down here. Now we're going to look at the shorter term. Now I'm going to show you another thing, guys, that we did here. YouTube short. My previous YouTube short, sorry, I look pretty bad in this photo right here. But Wall Street will always target this fair value gap and this SMA. Go look and watch it. My first short, that red SMA. We just hit it. Wall Street targeted it and Wall Street hit it. And not only did we hit it, we bounced off of it in the shorter term. Okay, so our 800 SMA. Again, this is shorter term price update, not a longer term. Here, back when Bitcoin was about 28K to about 15,005, we were below the 800 SMA. Okay. I'll circle it just so you guys could see it. Trench, what is up? Glasshopper, what liquidity indicator is that? I'm not sure. I bought it on Black Friday. I'll try to find it and I'll try to get you the information. I'm going to be announcing the training seminar tonight. I'm going to be announcing a major thing we're doing for you guys. And then I'm going to be announcing a couple more things. So make sure you guys stay till the end of the live. This is going to be the most informational live I've ever done. And it's going to be a really, really long live to help you out into the week. Because there's no volume in the market, which means I could focus on some coins rather than having to look at what the market is going to do, okay? Right now, we are going sideways. So the 800 SMA is right here, guys, all right? Boom, boom, boom. 15K, 28K. And then we broke 28K. Then we broke 32K. And we have been bullish ever since. This was 2 years ago. Wait, 23, 24, 25, 26. About 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years. Well, now we're about to break that 800 SMA. So now I'm going to give you guys a shorter term price update. We rejected the bull market support band at 97K. And you can see this was a fake out breakout. And I think someone told me this was going to happen based on what happened back in 2022 or whatever it was. So if we break this 800 SMA, we're going to absolutely sell off all the way up until 74. 74 will be my next target. Now, something I need to do, I've been very, very bad at. I erase everything because I try to make the chart look fresh. Okay. So I'm going to start keeping my stuff here because it is a lot of work putting this all up. So now we're going to go into the shorter term. We know 74K is coming. But before we hit 74K, we got to look at the lower term. If I tell you guys we come to 74K and then we come to 78 and we bounce back up to 84, you're losing money, right? And then you're holding a trade for a week and have made no money. So there's a channel right here to about 89K. There is also a channel right here which is a rounded bottom, to about to about 78K. Now we did break it hypothetically, but we are just going sideways, right? So we broke the channel, kind of, but we are just going sideways. So what we need to do is, I wouldn't trust this breakout. Let's just say that, right? This is a breakout kind of, but I wouldn't trust it. Our true resistance is going to be at the conversion line, which is going to be about 84.8. So sure, there's a possibility Bitcoin could go to 84.8. I don't think it will happen, although it is a weekend. So keep an eye on this resistance right here. My stop loss would be about, on my short, my stop loss would be about 85,700. That would be my stop loss. Now, there is a possibility Bitcoin does break out and we hold the breakout. There is a very big possibility based on the fact that we kind of are trying to break out. But with that 1 hour being overbought, I would say this is going to be a complete fake out, being that we're in a massive downtrend. This is why we have a stop loss and profit, right? So there's your Bitcoin update, guys. If we potentially did break this trend line, we can pump all the way up to 88.9, okay, to 89K. But Bitcoin is overbought in the 1 hour. So I am on a short. I don't like this fair value gap, but we are below the conversion line, okay? Biggest hack for the weekend, run grid bots. I have around 5 grid bots that turn on and run for the weekend and close midnight Sunday. They crush it every weekend. Okay, Trench Juice, I know you sent me an indicator. Or I think it was you. Somebody sent me an indicator. I looked at it. I like it. If you could show me how to run grid bots or bots, that would be great. Because I have no idea. Make sure you guys stay for the end of the live, guys, because I'm going to be announcing a few things, all right, at the end of the live. Now that everybody is battening the hatches in crypto, I am speeding things up. Thoughts on gold dropping? We'll have to look at gold dropping. Just Josh, and yeah, you sent me an indicator, but somebody else sent me an indicator. Axe 2.21, how you doing? Jasmine is good. ZBCN, I'll check it out. I'm going to look at hype for Olga before I look at gold. So, guys, we crushed it on a hype short yesterday. I called a short at about 32, and hype absolutely dumped all the way down to the conversion line. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Parallel channels are a godsend. Parallel channels are a godsend right now. So you can see altcoins recovering. You can see that we bounced off of the conversion line on hype. Slack, your humility is refreshing. So many pretend to know that they know everything. No, not at all. The minute you pretend to know everything is the minute you lose everything. And karma will get you. No one knows how to beat a computer. Sure, we have an idea. And sure, we can use TA. And sure, we can use AMD. But at the end of the day, no. And there's been a spot in my life where I lost over 100 grand in 24 hours because I thought I knew everything. There's been a spot in my life where I lost over 200 grand because I thought I knew everything. And there's been a spot where I was homeless because I thought I knew everything. If you ever get to that state, I would stop trading, go touch grass, and go meet some real people in the real world. But let's not talk about that, right? So I'm just trying to be as real as possible. Made a lot of mistakes in life. Okay, so Olga, hype. Hype is probably going to come up to 33. So here's the thing, guys. We called the short on hype right here yesterday. I hope you guys made some good money on hype. We called the short here. A couple people posted some wins in beastlimitless.com. And that was a nice trade. So hopefully someone set their stop loss and profit 15%. I lost 600 grand in 45 days from Ego last year. Oh man, that is a lot of money. when people ego trip, guys, and I'm going to be doing more videos like Tory trades and stuff like that on mindset and stuff. But when you ego trip is when you lose everything. My personal opinion. So hype bounced off. Hype is probably going to pump to about, now I'm personally not longing anything myself, but we can see hype probably pump to about 33. I would be shorting hype at 33. That is most likely going to be a quadruple top. If hype doesn't reach 33, I'd be shorting it below this trend line right here. You have 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points, a very strong trend off of a rounded bottom breakout. Okay. I can see hype coming up to 33.97-ish. And then I would probably be shorting hype to the ground. Because after that, I can see hype going all the way to 23 bucks. And hype is in a massive uptrend. But remember, guys, you already broke the macro uptrend on hype. Hype is going to be in one of my top shorts for sure. For the scalpers, you could potentially long hype to about 33. I'm not going against the trend. The trend is my friend. But again, Bitcoin is going sideways. Loads out. What is up? Steve, the RSI is at 52 on the 1 hour right now. It's not. Okay, yeah. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You're right. You're right. I thought hype broke the uptrend like on the picture I shared. Oh, that was for yesterday. So if we look at the if you look at the picture here on hype, maybe I should start dating these trades. If you look at, oh, this picture right here, yeah, we didn't break on this one. But the other day I posted a trade on hype. We broke it. This one we never broke. Maybe it's because, are you in log or are you on regular? Let me look at something. If we, maybe it did if you're on regular. Hold on. No, still regular bounce. No, it didn't break. If you're looking at this one, it didn't break. It bounced off the trend right here. If you're looking at this one I posted here, it broke and dropped to 28. Stop loss and profit, right? Just trying to understand why you're short right now. RSI is oversold 4 hour. Okay, sure. Absolutely. I'll show you why I'm short. That makes sense, right? Typically, you're right. You should not be shorting when the RSI is oversold. Steven, you're 100% right, okay? The reason I am short, yes, the RSI could potentially come all the way up to the 70. It's at the 50%. It technically did break. You're right. The reason I am short, though, is because the 4 hour is still into the MACD on the 0 line. So any uptrend momentum now is going to be range momentum, bearish-ish until we break it. I'm 100% never doing this again. I've told myself multiple times. I am never longing when we're below here, and I'm never shorting when we're up here. I've wrote my rules today on this because we're going to be launching some pretty big things, and I got to make sure I'm saying the right stuff. Tony Gold, thank you for coming in. On Binance on the 5-minute, I would not be using exchanges to look at TA. I would only be using TradingView. And there's one more reason I'm short, because yes, we crossed up on the MACD on the 1, but we haven't broken the 0 line. If we break that 0 line, I'll have to reevaluate. The other thing here is if you're looking at Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame, we're kind of breaking out, but we're kind of ranging sideways. We are staying below the 15-minute 200 SMA. Anytime you're below the 15-minute 200 SMA, you should be short. Anytime you're above it, you should be long. One more thing. If you look at the if you look at your daily, again, I trade on bigger time frames. I don't trade on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. The daily is completely dropping. So over the next 24 hours, you're going to notice the volume kind of simmer out and start to drop. If you're trading on the 1-minute and 5-minute, maybe you shouldn't be shorting. But I'm trading on the 4-hour and the 18-hour time frame, which essentially I'm looking for this to roll over. I also have my did I seriously just delete everything? Did I just do that? Did I honestly just delete everything again? Okay, I'll put it back up later. Essentially, though, you're still below the macro conversion line here, okay? So you've got a macro conversion line, which is enough to tell me if we break this macro conversion line, we are probably going to pump. So I'm going with the downtrend. I'm going with the conversion line, which happens to be at my 15-minute 200 SMA. Can't believe I deleted that again. 84,796. Where's my backwards button? There we go. Sinster, appreciate you. We'll see. It's probably... Oh, now I messed up TradingView. I just froze TradingView. I just froze trade. There we go. I think, yeah, boom. Thanks, guys. It's been a long week, all right? It's been a long week. Yeah, there we go. Here's all the prices. So we did break out, guys, okay? We did. But this isn't, in my personal opinion, a real breakout. Just based on what I'm seeing, all right? 1 hour is completely overbought. Yeah. It doesn't mean you have to short. If you're waiting, you know, non-financial advice, protect your capital. A safer trade would be wait for this fair value gap to invert. Wait for the fair value gap to break and then drop. But for me, I've got a stop loss above 84.6 to allow it to range in this area. So there is my thesis on that, all right? Are you safe with the stop loss at 34.2 on hype? Yeah, you are. Well, of course, anything could happen. Anything could happen on hype. But I would say we could even start dropping now, right? Personally, for me, I would only be yeah, so it could pump to 34.22. It's tough. Or it could start dropping now. The 15 minutes completely overbought. The 1 hour is completely overbought. You've got resistance right here on your 1 hour time frame. I would say you're close, but you're probably safe. You've got bearish dive. I would say you're probably fine with 34.2. Again, non-financial advice. I can't say that for sure. But hype is in a very strong uptrend right now. Once we break it, we come all the way down here. We're essentially waiting for the 4 hour and the 1 hour to meet up and touch the top. And once we do that, we essentially reject. So that is what I'm waiting for in hype. And I'm going to start putting my price levels, guys, too, because so you guys could see on the live where I'm looking at. So we're changing up a few things. But I am short, and I'm calling a Bitcoin short in this area. Stop loss 85,700. It might not play out. Maybe it won't play out, guys. But again, based on what I'm seeing. The other thing, too, is the 3 days completely dropping. Now, I'm going to show you guys this weekly here on this. I don't want to show anybody this, but I believe in macro trends. And I really don't want to show anybody this because people are going to say, you're bearish. You're bearish. Okay, but I'm based on the weather. But I'm going to show you guys this right here. I've never talked about this channel from 10K. Okay, never talked about this before because I didn't need to. We have 1 point. We have 2 point. Okay. And then I'm going to get to a couple of altcoins and stuff like that. 1 point and 2 point. So my first point right here is at 16. My second point is 10. If you're going off MEXC, and I'm going off MEXC for now, okay? Bitstamp is a whole nother ball game. We broke the downtrend right here, okay? At about 18K. Then we were on a massive uptrend here. So there's two things that could happen. And I'm just thinking in the longer term. I'm using my thought process. I'm using a lot of different things. When you hit the top, guys, you're eventually going to hit the bottom. When you hit the bottom, you're eventually going to hit the top. Well, we just broke a massive uptrend here and never hit the top of this macro. I'm talking yearly. I'm talking 3 to 5 year trend. That is about 214K. Which is why analysts have been saying Bitcoin's going to go to 214K if they're using parallel channels. All right. If you look here, we never hit it. If you take the fib from here to here, that's 57. If it breaks that, you come down all the way to the bottom, which is about 35. But if you remain above the parallel channel, there's one more target of 43. Now, based on what I've been seeing before on macro parallel channels, you're never usually going to touch the bottom again after you hitting the bottom. So there's a possibility in the macro, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, maybe sooner, we drop down to about 43 and then we skyrocket all the way up to that 200 target. Otherwise, we're just very bearish and then we come all the way back down to 33. But I would be very, very cautious on Bitcoin in this region about 45 to about 57 because we already formed a higher low back in 2022. Okay? Keep that in mind. That is just me thinking and saying, hey, usually when we touch the bottom, we're not going to touch a bottom again on a macro trend. We're going to reverse and form a higher low, right? What are my targets on the Bitcoin short? Man, I did it again. How do I keep doing this? It's just keep messing this up on Bitcoin. I'm ready to buy Bitcoin at 35K. So, what is my target on the Bitcoin short? Okay, so my target on the Bitcoin short in the shorter term. Now, I'm going to say the shorter term target and I'm going to say the longer term target. I don't think BTC will get to 35K. I think we will get to 43 maybe, but 57 in the shorter term. So you're looking at about 82.1 would be my target for my Bitcoin short. But if it breaks 82.1, my next target is going to be about 78. What leverage am I at? 60. What amount on my short? On this potential, $1,000. So this one is just a high leverage short with a lower amount. 60x at $1,000. Essentially, I'm looking to make about 3 to 4 grand, even more, maybe, possibly. But really, guys, I'm targeting $78,000. Okay, that is my target. Obviously, and then here's the longer term trend. We're going to keep drawing multiple channels here. The longer term trend, because we broke, this is really what I'm targeting, okay, on the macro here. The longer term trend is going to be about 66K, because that would be the new channel. We broke that, and now we broke that area. We broke that high of that uptrend. So now you got to draw this peak to right here, and that would be about $66,000 roughly. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at on BTC. Can you look at silver too as well? For sure. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe. I've got lots of stuff coming. Make sure you stay till the end of the live. I've got the announcement for the training. I've got a few more announcements as well that are very, very important. All right. And really all Bitcoin is doing is going sideways. So there's a possibility we form some bearish dive and pump up to about 84.8. Because keep in mind, we have been going sideways off this drop here, off of a little bit of a rounded top. So there's a possibility we pump up to 84.7 to 84.8 and then come back down. But as long as you got your stop loss above right here, you're good. And I'll share my trade with you guys. Now, obviously, I'm not going to hold this to my stop loss. That would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. So right now it is a region, the weekend, guys. And with the weekend here, we have no volume. But remember, we dropped very, very hard last weekend. So be very, very cautious. I know people like me showing my trades, which is good. All right. There we go. We're rocking and rolling. Can I take a look at silver? Okay. If we break that channel, I exit. And what I'm talking about is that 15-minute channel right here. XAG, silver. Who shorted silver? I don't recommend shorting silver. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, we're not going to use the macro time frame. We're going to use a shorter time frame, okay? Because using a macro time frame would be very, very dumb to do. So silver broke a major trend here from the beginning of January. And a lot of people said people were going to hedge silver and gold and they're going to build shorts at the top. Well, that's pretty much what just happened, and they cashed out. A ton of options expired today, and we even dropped more, right? A lot of people thought we were going to pump on options. We did not. So if silver fakes out here, we come up to the top. Now we're in a downtrend on silver. Personally, for me, I'm not longing it. I would be looking for a short right here. If we break out on silver, we move up, and then I'm going to flip to a long, which is on my MetaTrader 5 account, which is my funded account. We're going to be showing you guys how to do prop firms and funded accounts in February. I'm going to announce the date with the training. All right. Shout out to all the new subscribers, guys, and fam members here on the live. So the second thing, or the first thing here in silver is 93. Can silver pump to 93? Potentially, for sure. But you do got to keep in mind, look, bouncing off that 800 SMA. This, if you don't have the 800 SMA on your chart, guys, you're missing a very important moving average that not really many people have. Okay, so if silver breaks this downtrend right here, we are then going to drop. I mean, we are then going to pump to the top. But if silver breaks the downtrend up to here, coming up to here, and reverses, we are going to come back down. And now we are going to play a downtrend. And then you are going to see silver on a massive drop. Now, the RSIs on silver are very, very hard to look at because they just stay overbought. So right now I would do trend trading on silver and possibly fair value gaps, because you do have a big 4-hour red fair value gap right here, which actually is the top of the downtrend. So I'd be looking about 94, 93.50. If silver breaks that, we come all the way down to $70, and then we're playing a massive downtrend. Okay, that is silver. I'm going to set 2 alerts right here on the top. I'm going to set an alert at the bottom about $70. All right. Then we're going to look at XAU, and I'm going to do the same thing here. So same thing, gold had, if gold broke the uptrend. Okay, gold did not break the uptrend like silver. Wait a second. Am I drawing my trend lines wrong? Hold on. Because I would expect if gold bounced off the trend, then silver did. No. Nope, I guess not. Nope, silver broke. Okay, so silver broke the uptrend, might be a fake out because gold bounced off the trend. But until it does bounce up, I will be shorting silver and only looking for shorts. However, gold is a whole nother story. I would be looking for a long out on gold outside of this resistance right here. That puts you at about 4,900 on gold. And if gold does in fact break out, we should move up to about 5,500. And you're just going to play that channel. Ultimately, and then you got to break out, or you Or you double top right here and drop. If I'm looking at the macro on gold, though, we still can see gold hitting around 6,800. So silver could be a fake out, but I'm only looking for a short until it breaks. Gold is bouncing off of the trend, so I'm only looking for a long on gold or an options long until it breaks that resistance. All right. Yeah, guys. So Bitcoin is going sideways, right? Sideways, sideways, sideways. We did potentially break out. And personally, I wouldn't normally be shorting this, but we're in a downtrend. Right? There's the breakout, kind of. Now the 5 minutes once again overbought. So we're just ranging. There's about 33 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. I want to see where we end up on the 4-hour candle, right? Now I want to look at the total crypto market cap, which is going to be very, very important. Yeah, this is just brutal if you're looking at. Okay, so the total crypto market cap right here is your total crypto market cap, like everything in cryptocurrency combined. Same thing, it kind of broke out, but it is going sideways. It is also the weekend. So you can see right here it's breaking out, but it's going sideways, right? Kind of breaking out, not really. It didn't. This one didn't break out. Bitcoin actually broke out. But again, it is going sideways. So crypto market cap did not break out. Bitcoin broke out. But if you're looking at the actual break of trend, resistance, all of that jazz, you are looking at the bottom being the conversion line on the downtrend, and the conversion line is right here, 2.67 trillion. Then you are looking all the way down here to about 2.28 trillion. Now, this is the total crypto market cap. So my bottom in the shorter term is going to be about 2.74 trillion. If we go to our liquidity gaps here and look at the total crypto market cap, make sure you guys stay till the end of the live. I got really good announcements today, all right, to all the people. And make sure you guys are signed up for beastlimitless.com. It is free because 24-hour trading starts right after the live. So after this live, I fire up my Twitch. I'm going 24-hour trading. There's caveats to that, but essentially you're going to be able to get me 24/7 live. That starts today. It was supposed to start yesterday. I was really not feeling well. And I had to update my computer. So literally right after this live, you get a 24-hour live consistently over and over. The only thing that's going to be different is when I'm not on the screen, guys, I am going to have like a thing over the camera, right? Because I'm going to be doing things in my own room and privacy and stuff like that, right? That sounded really bad. Oh, man. That's not what I meant. Am I still in my Bitcoin short? Of course. Of course I am. Here's my Bitcoin short, fam. I like to be very real. I'm very, very transparent. Show you guys my Bitcoin short. All right. Who's ready for the 24-hour live trading on Twitch? Who is ready? Shout out to everybody in the pack chat. Shout out to Sinster Scalper. Matt, I hope you feel better. Health. There's so many health things going on, guys. All right. I don't know what is happening with this planet. I really don't. But protect your life, okay? We only got one of them. But anyways, shout out to Ali, by the way, cashing in on that hype short. Look at this. 32.35 to 28.83. It's almost as simple as that. All right. But yeah, this is my Bitcoin trade. Well, it was here. Okay. Now let's look at total three. Total three. Oh, I'm getting the hiccups. Oh, I know why. Okay. I get why it deletes everything now. BTC to about 80K, a lot low. What the heck? A lot lower than that. What the heck is this? Whatever, I'll fix it later. I'll go over my price levels later. Probably on the Twitch live with you guys. So I figured out why it does that. A lot lower than 80K. A lot lower. A lot lower. Okay, so whatever. I'll redraw everything later. So whenever I remove the price levels on any asset, it actually removes everything. I wasn't aware of that. So here you can see Bitcoin. Holy man, these hiccups. Sorry, guys. So total three. Okay, first total three. We've already looked at Bitcoin. What am I talking about? So guys, total three never hit the top yet, which means that altcoins could potentially pump to 823, which means altcoins could pump throughout the weekend. But if you're looking at the massive downtrend here on total three, we're looking at a big drop now. Here you can see total three never hit the 800 SMA, which is about 776 billion. CJTV, watch me on Beast Limitless. Yeah, if you guys aren't on Twitch, 24/7 trading starts right after this YouTube live. Go on Twitch and follow Beast Limitless Trading, all right? So because total three never hit the top, we've got a little bit of a range to this fair value gap. We're pretty much going to see altcoins range throughout the weekend, all right? If you guys are new here, I've got a huge couple announcements to announce at the end of the live. Make sure you guys stick around. And shout out to all the new people that are here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay, so my top trades, well, let's go over the large caps because I wanted to get through the Bitcoin price because that's the most important right now. How long am I doing 24-hour streaming for? So essentially when we do a live, I'm going to shut it off and redo it after the live. Although I am not going to be live for the whole day, I'm just going to keep the chart live. And I'm going to come on periodically throughout the day and alert you guys through beastlimitless.com. When I am looking at charts, you guys are going to see. So really just watch for the updates on beastlimitless.com, guys, and you'll be able to see when I'm live. Or just just keep the Twitch screen on 24/7. That's my best advice. XRP did hit the bottom of this trend here. I don't believe it is going to hold. It's probably not going to hold. But in the shorter term, we've got a channel. Man, these hiccups. We got a channel from here to here. And a really good short on XRP would be about 176. I could see this rolling over. Now, if it breaks out, well, then we pump to 194. I could see XRP rolling over, guys, to about... By the way, is anybody on that Bitcoin short with me right now, or are you guys on a long? So riddle me this for a moment. Let's say XRP breaks right here. If XRP breaks 162, we are looking at XRP dropping. Make sure you guys stick around for the announcements, guys, because I am going to be announcing some pretty crazy stuff at the end of the live, okay? So, we're going to, in the shorter term, we're going to hit about 143. If you break, right now there's more buys on XRP than sells on the macro timeframes, okay, which is why XRP is holding up. We've got a macro trend. We've got a macro trend here, guys, to about 143. Okay, if Bitcoin breaks 143, everybody pay attention. We are potentially this is going to be the most profitable short I will ever give you guys, ever. If you really pay attention to this, and even Bitcoin's could be a profitable short, but you break 143, you're going to come all the way down to about 50 cents on XRP. Okay? This is where I'd be looking for the pennies under the couch, be looking for the extra dollar bills, non-financial advice, only put what you're willing to lose in a trade. But that is a 200% drop on a large cap. but we're going to have really big support on XRP to about 162. I don't trust trading XRP in this area. This is a no trade for me at the moment until we break 144. If we break 144, I am short on XRP all the way to about 50 cents. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be one of your top setup trades. Now, if you're looking at where to take profit on that XRP short, and I will be doing up a video on the XRP short, that takes you to about 50 cents. I know everybody is so bullish on XRP, pack your bags, pack your bags. This is a pack your bags trade on a short, okay? And that is kind of what I'm looking at on XRP, guys. So set your alerts on XRP after the break of trend. Because once we break this, you are absolutely going to drop. My stop loss on an XRP short would be when a fair value gap is created. Okay, we have no fair value gap on the red right now, which is why I don't trust this trade. But once we have a fair value gap on the red, we're good. So I'm looking at, let me see on my phone here. So Bitcoin is about to roll over shortly. So you can see Bitcoin's almost overbought on the 15-minute time frame, guys. We have a bit more room to go up, and then Bitcoin should start dropping. I'm really excited to announce to everybody the announcements at the end of the live, guys, because a lot of people are battening the hatches, and we're opening up the gates and busting out, whatever that is to you. Look at that, though, guys. We bounced off of the weekly trend. The yearly trend, what am I talking about? The yearly trend, guys. We have just bounced off the yearly trend on Bitcoin. Imagine if we break the yearly trend. Imagine where Bitcoin is going to go if we break this yearly trend and this yearly fair value gap. This is a yearly. Okay, this isn't a weekly. This is not even a monthly. And that is right here at 81K. Everybody mark your support right here because that is it right there, 81.4. That is your yearly support and your yearly trend from all the way from 10,000 bucks. Okay, so keep that in mind right there, 84.1. XRP to 1,000, XRP to 10,000. Well, we might make 10 grand off that short. Absolutely. Shout out to all the people hitting that like button. Shout out to the people subscribing, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys have not followed me on x.com, guys, go ahead and do it. BeastX Bitcoin is the X account, okay? Look at this, 57K Bitcoin price target, bounced off the 382, broken the 800 SMA. I posted this on X a bit ago. Steve can't take me serious with the hiccups. See, a lot of people were saying I'm crazy going short. There's a lot of people that are saying this is the bottom. How I've made a lot of money, guys, is off of not listening to people. I'll be real with you guys. All right. CoinGecko and then Solana. Pudgy Penguins. Who made money off shorting Pudgy Penguins? Now, you guys are going to make a lot more money off of large caps than low caps because low caps are going to bounce back up very, very quick. So even though Bitcoin is dropping, guys, you need to understand that altcoins are not really the short, okay? You can't really line up an altcoin short to the bottom. It is really just going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because altcoins and stuff like that, right? So here is Solana with some bullish divert. Okay, let me look at Sol on the map, on the macro, just like I did on Bitcoin, just like I did on XRP. First of all, to whoever pointed out the head and shoulders on Sol and I invalidated it, I'm sorry. I was looking at a longer trend. And yeah, that's that. Solana broke the macro trend, guys. All right. Solana does have a macro head and shoulders. You're right. Whoever said that. Furthermore, Solana broke the macro trend. So I am seeing Solana. Of course, we got the 200 SMA on the weekly. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube. Yes, I am. And we are starting a 24-hour Twitch after the YouTube live. So if we draw our fib here, to the bottom, we can see Solana roll over to about 72. As of right now, I don't like trading Sol. I'm going to tell you guys why. So here's the head and shoulder that we've been talking about. But the reason I don't like trading Solana is because we never hit the top of the downtrend. That freaks me out. Not because Solana is bullish, but because I still think Solana could potentially pump up to 136, okay? I don't trust shorting Sol at the moment until we hit the top of the downtrend. Trying to get rid of my hiccups. And then we come all the way down here about 82, which could finish a wick around 73. Okay. And that is what I got you guys on Solana. In the shorter term, though, I'm expecting Sol to maybe pump to about 139, 136. If it doesn't get to 136, we're looking at about 122. Okay, but we are aiming on Solana around 86 at the moment to about 73. If you are just tuning into the live and you're new to the channel, I am in a Bitcoin short right here at $84,000 Bitcoin. Here's the leverage. We're currently in a bit of a loss. We're about break even. All right. So after this 4-hour candle, we should start reversing. We've got a 4-hour close in about 8 minutes here. The reason we are not dropping, guys, the reason we're not dropping is because the 4 hours moving up. The two hour, sorry about the hiccups, guys. The 2 hours overbought. The 3 hours overbought. And the 4 hour is almost overbought. 12 Supreme Rabbit. Is there any reason why I'm only using 1,000 on this trade this time? Because we technically could pump to 89K if it broke out. And I'm invalidating the fact that we hit the low. So I'm using less money because I'm 50-50 on this trade. I'm respecting the downtrend, but I'm not going to use 4, 5, 6 grand when we just broke out sideways on a downtrend. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm protecting my capital in using less money, still high leverage, but less money, right? That's kind of my thesis there. If we rejected here and we broke this fair value gap, yeah, I'd probably use 5 to 10K. I'm basically saving my capital in case it goes in the wrong direction, which is what you guys want to hear, because then you know I'm not a run rampant trader and trying to make quick money and gamble. Will it probably play out on drop? Yes, but I want to protect my capital, right? Where you guys are going to have confirmation is when this breaks this fair value gap. When it breaks this fair value gap, you're going to notice a big drop, which is about 83.4. Okay. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Actually, I'm going to set an alert right here. The price is going to be about 83.4. I'm going to set alert right here because I want to know when it breaks this fair value gap. What I might do is I might close my short and use more money when it breaks 83.3, because that will be an inverted fair value gap. All right. Remember we were talking about the fake out on Ethereum? We had a massive fake out on Ethereum, guys. Huge fake out, right? Huge. We broke out. We were in a rising wedge. And then Ethereum, this was the breakout of the smaller channel. We back tested the breakout. Ethereum pumped to the top of the conversion line on the 4 hour, on the little downtrend here. We rejected the conversion line. We broke the rising wedge. And now we're breaking this channel right here. So now Ethereum is targeting $22,000. If we go to Ethereum on the macro here, and we take our Fibonacci 618 retracement, Ethereum, where Bitcoin is not, Ethereum is almost at the 618. So this is probably going to break the 618, go a bit lower. The question is, are we going to break that daily channel, or are we going to continue back up? In the shorter term, I imagine we're going to continue back up, because what we're doing is we are bouncing off this downtrend, continuing the uptrend, continuing the downtrend, okay? So that is essentially what we're doing. But the lows on Ethereum are probably going to be $981. Sorry, guys, 981 and 643. Ethereum's a lot more bearish than Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you look at the macro and go to the weekly of the Fib, if you look at that same trend on ETH versus Bitcoin, take that high to that low. Where's that 618? Around 34, you're breaking trend. Ethereum, on the other hand, the 618 is inside of the trend. So Ethereum outside of the trend almost. Ethereum's a lot more bearish than Bitcoin, okay? So Pi is actually trending right now. Pi network broke out. Never mind, it didn't break out. It's about to break out. Pi network is about to break out. You've got resistance right here. If you guys are looking for a little scalp trade on Pi network, Tim ENA for sure. You could technically scalp Pi and long it. Again, I'm not looking for longs, but you could technically scalp Pi to about 18.9 or even possibly 19. Now, it looks like Pi network could be the coin that runs in the bear market. Possibly. If it breaks out of here, this could be the coin that runs in the bear market. If not, we reverse off here and come back down. All right. Okay, AXS and ENA. Let's look at that right now. I'm going to do an alert here for the breakout on Pi. The breakout would be right here. I'm not personally long in this, but okay, Athena got us a profit. Wow. Athena is the goddess of profit. Been mining Pi for 3 years, still don't know how to sell in the US. That is the thing right now, yeah. Of course, something like that was going to happen, right? So Athena should drop all the way down to about 11 cents in that region. I see Athena dropping to about 11 or even 10.9. As long as we remain below 17.2. 17.2 would be my stop loss. This would be my short in this area, and 17.3 to 17.2 would be my stop loss. AXS, Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity rolled over, broke the trend, broke the uptrend here. My short, I'd be shorting AXS, honestly. So Axie Infinity, in the shorter term, Axie Infinity should drop to about 161 and maybe play the downtrend here, bounce back up and down in this area right here. But if AXS breaks this uptrend and this 800 SMA, you're coming all the way down to 72 cents or lower. The 4-hour did break the RSI, and the 18-hour broke the RSI. So I can see Axie Infinity dumping a lot. Pretty much triple bottoming here around 79. I know you don't want to hear that, but this pumped up to the resistance right here. And it is rejecting. So you're probably going to see Axie Infinity hit about 77 cents. LRST, how you doing? Have you done analysis on hype? Yes, I have. I could go over it again at the end. Dusty, would I mind looking at Canton? For sure. Tim, that's pretty funny. I read your thing there. So yeah, Axie Infinity is looking very, very good. I do want to go to Bitcoin again because the 4-hour did close. So a couple things on Bitcoin, guys. The 1 hour is very overbought here. The MACD did not break out as a zero line. The 4 hours moving up and almost overbought. Money flows remaining below the 50. 4-hour RSIs remaining below the 50. And the 15-minute is pointing down on Bitcoin. This should be the top. It should be. Maybe we get a fake out to 84.7. Maybe. But that should be the top. Okay, Canton. Canton bounced off the uptrend here. Canton normally runs when we're bearish. I don't know if you guys realize that. So I could see Canton pumping. That would have been a real nice long right here. I could see Canton pumping all the way to about 25.6. $25.6 on Canton. And if Canton goes to 25.6, so where I would long Canton, because that is price discovery, would be normally I don't recommend longing. This time I recommend longing. I would long Canton outside of this liquidity sweep area right here, which is pretty much 19. And we broke the conversion line, so we can see Canton probably pump to about 25.9 to 26. That is a dynamite trade on Canton. Absolutely dynamite trade on CC. Do I watch heat maps? Big liquidity? Yeah, for sure I do. Hot zones below as well, hot zones above. Yeah. So again, guys, as a back pocket, pump, so to speak, there's a possibility if you're following the channel. I don't think it is going to happen, but I'm giving you guys a possibility because anything could happen on the weekend. If you draw your channel from right here to right here, that Bitcoin, I know it broke and is faking out, but there's a possibility we do wick up to about 84.9 or to about 84.7, whatever the top of this channel is. Although I would expect Bitcoin to double top at about 84.6 if it did want to pump, okay, and double top. Then I would be expecting the drop all the way down to 77 to 78K. And that is what I would be looking at on Bitcoin right now, all right? Can I look at SKR? For sure. If you guys are new to the live or the channel or the community, here's the Bitcoin trade I'm in, okay? Please go sign up for beastlimitless.com. This is where I'm going to announce. I don't want money from you. It is completely free. This is where I'm going to announce the lives on Twitch. We're doing a 24-hour live, but I'm only going to be periodically in those lives throughout the day. So if you guys want 24-hour trade action for free, make sure you guys go sign up for beastlimitless.com. It's completely free. All right. We are going to be getting the poker group going as well. So the first poker game is going to be this weekend. If you guys want to play on poker, I'm going to use the poker site. We're going to use the Solana wallet to divvy up all the money. And we're going to use probably a 65% win rate, maybe 75%. Okay. So if you guys want to play poker this weekend, make sure you comment in the Beast Limitless poker chat right now. Our first game is going to be Sunday. Okay. So make sure you guys comment in here saying sign me up for the Sunday game. And I will also be live streaming the poker wallet, so I'm fully transparent. You guys could see how much is in the poker wallet. All right, so we'll be doing that as well, just so everything's kosher. All right, but yeah, I'm excited. If you want to play poker this weekend, Sunday will be the first game, and it will be with our community. All right, let's go, Wisco. Appreciate you. SKR. All right. SKR's got a major fair value gap here on the daily. We've got a downtrend faking out here, breaking out. So we kind of actually, hold on. That is an invalidation. No, we kind of did break out, but it looks like we could be faking out. We definitely did break out. I got to look at Pump Fund. You guys aren't reminding me about Pump Fund. We kind of did break out right here. So hypothetically, SKR would be a good area to long right here if it can remain above. Actually, I don't know. I think this is going to be a fake out. You know what? If we break this 15-minute uptrend, it would be a good area. I don't know. I don't trust SKR. 4 hours completely overbought. Caesar Coco, did I just hear poker? Yes, you did, fam. Again, beastlimitless.com. And make sure you go to the Beast Poker chat and comment right now. Count me in. Sign me up for the Sunday game right now, okay? And it will be a pretty good payout, okay? I'll make sure it's a good payout of all the money we get. Non-financial advice, guys. Again, protect your capital. Don't gamble. I don't recommend gambling or anything like that. This is solely based off of fun and having fun with the community, okay? I don't trust it. I don't trust the breakout here, especially with that 4. So what I might do is I might be looking for a short on SKR if we reject and ride it back down. If you're looking at trading it. Okay, I've been playing for 20 years, bro. LOL. Semi-pro for 3 years in Vegas. Was that GG you saw? Yes, I play GG. I play KK. I play 888. I play Poker Stars. I play WPT Gold. So Caesar, my idea for this Beast Poker group is to meet in Vegas during WPT and the poker tour and different places around the world, pool a lot of money to get together and run tables if people would be open to it. So let's say we pool 10 to 20 grand together. We play the big games. 3-4 people finish in the top 50. All that money we make for the top 50 is split. And then we just have fun and enjoy, right? So I have some fun ideas while we're in this bear market. So if you want to play poker, please let me know in Beast Limitless Poker. The first game is going to be Sunday night. All right. What am I doing? I was going to look at something and, oh, pump. By the way, guys, this is not our normal schedule Friday Night Live. So everybody realize that we're not normally live Friday. But I've been really sick the last couple of days, and I wanted to make sure I gave you guys a live. It wasn't fair. I didn't even. I thought I posted on the app that I wouldn't be live because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't, and I pretty much showed up MIA based on the fact that it didn't load. So I'm like, you know what? We got to give you guys a Friday live. But typically we go live Sunday at 1 a.m. CST, Monday at 9 a.m. CST, and 9 a.m. CST throughout the week, Monday to Friday, and then Tuesday or Monday, Tokyo 8:30, and then Tokyo Wednesday 8:30, and then Thursday 1 a.m. and Friday no live, Saturday no live. Even if you're not good at poker, come play. The buy-in for our poker game will be $75. That will be the buy-in to start. Okay? So the buy-in will be $75. Actually, I'll make the buy-in 100. What am I doing? Not 75. Most games are 100 buy-in. So I'll make the buy-in 100. And then pretty much the top two players are going to get that money. Top 3 players. Sorry, I'm focused on charts right now. Top 3 players will get that money. There'll probably be $700. 700 divided by 3 is... This is to start, guys. We'll do bigger games later. So each person could win $233. Have I tried coin poker? Is crypto only? Yes, I don't like it. But I do have money in coin poker. I also have coin. So, see? Coin poker. I have every poker app. I'm absolutely obsessed with poker. But I want to look at Pump Fun, guys. So Pump Fun broke out. Double bottom, faked out. We're in a little bit of a downtrend right now in Pump Fun. Man, I don't know how I feel about Pump Fun. I want to say this is going to keep pumping, but the 3 days overbought. I wouldn't be trading Pump Fun in the middle here. I'd be trading the break of trend at a short, or I'd be waiting till it pumps back up again. Pump Fun is a no trade at the moment until it breaks a structure of the support or up here. But even then, I don't trust it. Pump Fun is on the 3-day. It is completely overbought. All right, guys. So now time to announce a couple of things, and we're going to end the live there. I think we had a really good live stream. If you guys go and Beast Limitless here, I'm officially launching, and I've created this channel before, but now that I know the actual direction of the market, I'm officially announcing Beast X Bitcoin. A video is going up today after the live on Bitcoin. Beast X Bitcoin will essentially be your go-to hub for Bitcoin daily, Bitcoin news, anything Bitcoin. If there is something crazy about Bitcoin, I'm going to let you guys know on this channel. There will be daily content. That being said, I will be looking for one person to run this channel with me. If you have an 80% up win rate on trading Bitcoin and only Bitcoin, and you're willing to go on camera, I need to know. Message me. I'll watch you trade a bit. I'll look at your charts. I'll vet you for a month, and then you're going to be a part of BeastX Bitcoin. Okay? Go subscribe right now, BeastX Bitcoin. It is going to be in beastlimitless.com, posted there. But that is going to be our official TA channel for only Bitcoin content. Nothing else, only Bitcoin. Okay? We're going to focus on that to start. and then we'll slowly build. Now, if you guys want to be a part of the future of Beast Limitless trading, I recommend you guys start trading, working on your stuff. And if you want to be on camera, we're going to be building this with other people. Just like Crypto Banter, he built an amazing community with his people. We're going to be adding people to this channel. And eventually, you're going to be getting paid. Okay, so if you think that is good for you, BeastX Bitcoin is going to be a pilot, and I'm going to slowly be adding people. I want 5 people on that channel over this year. Okay? The second thing is I have had multiple people emailing me and multiple people messaging me for training and coaching. Long time ago, we used to do training and coaching. I stopped because of time and I just wasn't enjoying it. I have opened up 2 spots for me and my business partner to train 2 people for the month of February only. If you guys are interested in the training and coaching, message me at beastlimitless.com. It is not going to be our normal price that we normally do. We're doing a major discount because of the bear market. And it's just honestly to help people. We're only doing 2 people. The last time we did training and coaching, we brought people's trading account from 10K to 100K. Okay. And this is going to be my business partner and myself. Only 2 people. And I will be doing a vlog and showing people with the permission of the people we're coaching and basically doing like a training seminar vlog. Okay. The other thing I'm launching is the I Lost Everything Crypto Challenge starting tonight. I've got a vlog going up and a YouTube short. The I Lost Everything Crypto Challenge is going to start off with a couple $100. We're going to see what we can get that to over this month and in the term that Bitcoin's in a downtrend. I'm starting off with $400 just because if people got liquidated in crypto, they're probably going to only have a couple $100 to trade. So $400 on the I Lost Everything Crypto Challenge. And we're hopefully going to get that to 10 to 20 to 30K. Might only get to 100,000 and might only get to 2,000. But we're going to see how far we can push that challenge. Okay, so those are the 3 things, the 3 announcements, and after this YouTube live. If you guys are looking at getting coaching or training, we're only doing 2 people, and that is it. And if you're okay with us vlogging and documenting you getting coached and trained, then I will put it in, I will film it daily. Essentially, you don't have to show your face, but beastlimitless.com. Okay, that is it, guys. Beastlimitless at iCloud.com is going to be for the training and coaching. Once we have 2 people, that is it. This is not to make money. This is only to help people out. Beastlimitless at iCloud.com. And one more thing. If you guys do get the training and coaching, you're getting 2 classes per week for all of February. Not going to lie, I'm intermediate trading level. Would love to join a host as your channel. Okay. Jeff Star, message me, beastlimitless at iCloud.com. Send me your trades and your percentages on Bitcoin only. And then I'll look at it all there. All right. So this is us kind of building, guys, and kind of starting off from the beginning. If you guys are in this Bitcoin short, and if Bitcoin does somehow go crazy and break out, I am looking at my conversion line at the resistance above here. Which would be about that 84.8. Do I think Bitcoin is going to break out? No, but the market doesn't care what I think. The market absolutely does not care what I think. Right now, we backtested a fair value gap, and we're ranging at that fair value gap. Normally what happens is we backtest the fair value gap, and we go up. So right now, we're completely overbought. Anything could happen, though. Costs to get the training So I'll tell you guys right now, normally it is 2,500 USD for a month. We're making it $1,000. I don't need to make money off this. I just need to make money on my time. I solely want to help people out and do a vlog documentary series of taking a beginner level or an intermediate level to a great level. Okay, so 2 classes per week with myself and my business partner, $1,000 US, and it is only going to be for February. That is it. If I like doing it, I will continue to do it. But you got to keep in mind, this has taken a lot out of me before. We're only solely doing it to help people out, okay? That is it. So beastlimitless@icloud.com. It'll be a Zoom session, and that is it. I wasn't even going to do this, but I've had people message me, email me nonstop. When are you doing coaching? When are you doing training? And then the training seminar, guys, it's going to be February 7th, a Saturday. So we are going to do a 2-part seminar, Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. We're going to teach you guys how to scalp trade completely free. Teach you guys how to scalp trade, how to get funded accounts, how to do prop firm trading, how to use the strategy we're using. Book it in your calendars, February 7th. We're going to have a full PowerPoint layout, whatever you want to call it, all of that jazz. And it's going to be starting at 10 a.m. Saturday and then resuming at 2 p.m. Saturday. And there's going to be a 1-hour session, maybe a 2-hour session, and another 1 to 2 hour session. Okay, so put that in your calendars, guys. Be cautious. Bitcoin is going sideways, but it also is completely overbought and dropping on the daily. So anything could happen here. It is the weekend. Keep that in mind. Canton is either breaking out of all-time high or about to get rejected. Yes. So if we look at Canton, my only long on Canton would be above this sweep liquidity gap here, which would be about 19. Okay, put it in your calendars, guys. Free training. If you want coaching, one-on-one coaching, guys, beastlimitless@icloud.com. And if you're in a Bitcoin short, just know that it could double top and this could hypothetically run here. If it breaks out of here, you're running, and then we're in a little weekend bullish trap, whatever you want to call it. But the way I can see Bitcoin right now, it possibly could double top at 84.5, possibly. The volume is very, very weak, though. All right, guys, hope you have a great day, great night. We are going to be live on Sunday at 1 a.m. CST. Right after that, right after this, we're doing the Twitch training. Okay? So right after this, we are doing the Twitch, not the training, trading. What it means is basically I'm going to start going live on Twitch. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going live after this. All it means I'm going live on Twitch. My chart will be open periodically throughout the night, throughout the day. I will come on Twitch and I'll say on beastlimitless.com, I'll say, hey guys, I'm going to be on Twitch for a bit in the announcement section right there. And then you guys follow me on Twitch. And then you come on Twitch. It might be for 20 minutes or half an hour. I'm going to give you guys a little Bitcoin update. You guys want to be following me if you're in the short, because I will have data if we break out or not, or if this is going to be a big fake out. All right, guys. So that is what we're looking at. And Twitch is, by the way, who likes this thumbnail? This thumbnail is insane. Like, look at this. Bear market, the Grim Reaper, the red candles. I honestly think we got the best thumbnails in the game. Not going to lie. Okay, so if we go to Twitch right here. right? If we go to Twitch right here, guys, you can see Be Slimless trading. By the way, yes, I like wrestling games. Yes, I like wrestling. Cry me. Make sure you guys go right here. Twitch.tv at Be Slimless Trading. Okay. 95 followers. I'm sure you guys need to get that up if you want this 24-hour live. If you're looking at longing Canton, it is outside of 18.9 to 19 because you've got a liquidity sweep right here. And that is all I got for everybody tonight. Again, guys, we're not normally live Fridays, but tonight I had to be. I wanted to be. And I appreciate everybody for coming on live. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and take care.